Okay. So Instagram is a great social media network, especially for B2C businesses. Though when I've seen some B2B businesses as business to business rather than business to consumer, when I've seen B2B companies on there, it's mostly in paid advertising. And just like all social networks, they work with an algorithm, and understanding how it works and working with it instead of against it is the trick. And I'll show you various tips and strategies to boost your Instagram efforts. Okay, so this is how Instagram works. Okay, so the algorithm is in control of all the content a user sees. And it now prioritizes original content. So you notice that you can't share a post to your feed like you can on Facebook. You can add it to a story and then send it to people, but that's it. And you have, or otherwise you have to take a screenshot, crop it, then use the picture. So Instagram continuously crawls posts to determine how popular it is, how valuable it is, how relevant. Then it presents content to users based on their interests. And so depending on which post they've liked, which post they've saved, which posts they share, they can share to their stories. And then what they've searched, everything they searched, or who they follow and unfollow. Okay, so and you'll see that, and then you'll start seeing things like, what if you liked a video of panda bears, and all of a sudden you start seeing a whole slew of videos of panda bears. So that's how it works. So it's the setup of Instagram, since it's owned by Meta, which is now the title of the whole Facebook enterprise. It's the whole big thing. So Facebook is under Meta now, and so but Instagram connects to your Facebook business page. So you should have your Facebook business page set up first. Okay. And you go to, so then you connect your Instagram account. When you're setting it up, you connect it to your Facebook business page. And so that tells Instagram that you are a business account and not a personal account. So you can post on Instagram, and it'll also post to Facebook at the same time, which that's a great time saver. And so, if you're not going to use, we're going to talk about scheduling tools. If you're not going to use that, this is just a really cool feature. So your logo or icon, you should upload a 400 by 400 square, even though they change it to a circle. So you want to be careful that any text or any major parts of your logo are not cut off once it converts to a circle. I like using the free tool Canva, canva.com. You can use it to create a logo or an avatar, call that logo, avatar, icon, whatever you want to call it. And then you have your bio, which is you have 160 characters. That's the same amount of characters you get on Twitter and on Pinterest. So you want to make sure that you can use your hashtags in bios. And I will really get into hashtags in a little bit. You can use emojis, and I'll show you a sample of those. Make it keyword centric. That means because these algorithms works on keywords, so that's one of the things that's going to be really important. Now I've got somebody coming in. Let me, oh dear. Okay, get my mouse over. Oh shoot. All right. So we do here. Okay, I have to leave that open. Sorry about that. Okay, like I said, I don't have a moderator with me, so like you said, so you just got to bear with me. Okay. So again, so I was saying, so keyword centric, and we'll talk about that, and you'll really understand as we get further into it. Then your link in your bio can go to your website or to Linktree. So Linktree is free to use. If you want to brand it and make it fancy, there's an upgrade to it, but the free one works fine for me. So here you can put the you can have several links in one page, and then you get a link tree link, and that's the one that you put in your bio. So you can have so you have the link to your main website, to your blog, other social media, maybe a special offer. So the idea is you have multiple sites linked on one page, but it's accessed by one link. So it's a free tool. Use it. I have a in the PDF that you'll be getting, you'll have live links to all these, so you can check them all out. All right, continuing with the setup. So the stories and reels settings are made when you click on the plus icon to add a story or reel. So so you want to click on this the settings icon, and you come up with the camera settings. So this is like one thing, you just set it up once and you're done. So you always want to save your posts to the camera roll. So that way, if you create a reel or a story with animations in it, you can actually, it'll save it as a video, and you can use that video in other places. You can use it on Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, wherever else you are. And so you can set it up to share automatically to Facebook only. Okay. Don't share to Twitter. Okay. It has the option to do that, but don't do it, because on Twitter, only the link shows. It just says, oh, she shared a picture and here's a link, and it's like, that's boring. No one's going to click on it. So you're going to want to upload it directly into Twitter if you want to do that. So stories, again, save them to the camera roll. So that'll save it. And again, Instagram is like 95% mobile. You can do some things on Instagram on a desktop, but the majority is going to be done on either your phone or a tablet. So I like using my tablet because it's bigger, and it's easier to maneuver stuff around it. But you want to save it to your camera roll so you can upload them in other places. And reels, same thing, save it to the camera roll. And then make sure you are discoverable. Okay, that's a new catchphrase, catchword in here. So it means that people can find you when they're searching for, certain keywords or just interests in something or other. And so that's one of the things that's important in there. So so this is in the story. Okay, so again, you want to check them, you want to select all of them. If you don't see the Facebook option, then the connection didn't work for some reason to your Facebook page. So you got to go back to the account settings and make sure you reconnect it properly to your Facebook business page. And you have to do this setup for both stories and reels. Or reels do not share to Facebook at this time. That may change later, since Facebook now is trying to give videos more reach and visibility. So that may change later. Okay, this is a sample profile of a gal that I recently did an analysis for, and I was just really impressed with it because she told me she worked really hard to grow her Instagram account. And at first glance, what it is that she does and what she has to offer. The name of the company is her username. Okay, sometimes your company name isn't available, so get creative, but be relevant. So yeah, it's got to make sense to people. She also has a clever use of icons in the bio. And then she, instead of using Linktree, she has a page on her website for Instagram. So she might have special offers there or something. I didn't check it, but I noticed that was an interesting trick that she did there. And very nice logo. It's part of her branding. And she's got over 1,600 posts. So it's basically people won't follow you if you don't share content. And over 48,000 followers. So very well done. This was one of my past clients. And they are a rage room in Tempe. They're a place where you go in to break stuff. to release your tensions and stress and anxieties and everything by going in and breaking stuff. So they've been open. They opened in November of 2018. So this screenshot was taken in July of 2019. So they were getting traffic to their website from Instagram, from the link in their bio. They weren't actively posting. They weren't doing any advertising. It was all from user-generated content. Okay, so what happened was people would come in and they'd feel so great after it. And so they would video themselves of breaking stuff on their phones. That was part of the service that they offered, actually. It was we'll videotape you with your phone. And so then people were uploading it to Instagram and tagging the business. Okay, so again, this screenshot was taken in July of 2019. So since then, they've relocated probably to a bigger space. And now they've got over close to 7,000 followers on here. So want to make sure if you're a brick and mortar, you want to make sure your address is in there. It helps too with when people are tagging your location. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so next thing is the hashtags. So the hashtag is a sign, the pound sign in front of a word or a phrase that makes it clickable, searchable, and the new word discoverable. So if you click on a hashtag, all the posts with that hashtag come up. Okay, so what it does is it classifies tweets, posts, bios, making them discoverable. They work on all of the networks, so all of them have it, even YouTube. And hashtags only work with letters and numbers, no spaces between words, and you can't do numbers by themselves either. You can't do hashtag 2022 by itself; it won't work. So it's like this. You can't, if you have two words, you got to put them together, otherwise it doesn't work. As soon as you put a space or a symbol in there, like the ampersand or anything else, any other symbol or space, it breaks up the hashtag. It ends the hashtag. Okay, the idea is to use them consistently in your posts. On Instagram and LinkedIn, by the way, people can follow hashtags. So if they have interests in certain things, people can follow hashtags. Okay, so and so use them to promote events before, during, and after. Now, I follow this Visit Tucson account, and they just do it really well. They got their act together. So if I was planning a trip to Tucson, so I'd follow their hashtags. So note what they wrote in their bio. Okay, they tell the people what to do. So if you don't tell people what to do, they're not going to do it. Okay, so tag Visit Tucson, hashtag Visit Tucson, hashtag Ride Tucson to give permission to share your posts. There's their link tree is there, and the address of their visitor center. And so I'll talk about the little icons in the bottom there. Those are oh shoot, the word will come to me when I get to it. It just escapes me. Okay, so user-generated content. Okay, so UGC, this is gold. I mean, you can't pay for this type of marketing, but you want to make it easy for people to do it. And this is word of mouth marketing on steroids. So you want to get happy camper customers to post videos or pictures of themselves and tag your business. So they're either going to be using your product, using your services, before and after shots, okay, finished project or creation, sold if you sell cars or houses and in your real estate, and then encourage them in your thank you email. For instance, I was working with a gal who sells craft jars for kids. So I told her in the thank you email, or part of the package that she sends them out in, to give them your username, with the username, along with a hashtag. to then upload pictures of your creation into Instagram and tag the business. Make it easy for them to do it. I said, give them the username and create a hashtag for them to use. Okay, so and then location tagging is also great for user-generated content. This is the Teapot. It's actually right across the street from where I live. It's really cute. They're a venue for parties. So at your place of business, offer to take a picture or video of them on their phone. Okay, ask them to tag the location. And so usually if the location is on Instagram with the location, or also they'll pick it up from Google and your GPS, you'll see that location when you're uploading the picture. Okay, posting. So this is a Visit Tucson post again. And so posting, you have 2,200 characters. So this is a lot of characters that you can put in there in the caption of a picture, or a video that you're uploading, even a reel, so you've got this in there. And if you don't put text in these captions, you're not going to give the algorithm anything to feed on. Okay, so that's what's really important, to not just write one sentence, but you got to think it out a little bit. Some people write a whole blog, the whole first 4 paragraphs of a blog article, and then says, then sends them over to the Linktree link for the latest blog, to finish reading the blog article. So, there's lots of ways to use this. You get 30 hashtags max. And it will not go if you've got 31 hashtags. So if you're not posting it, count your hashtags. So a great trick for this is I have a text file with all that with all the hashtags I use on a regular basis. So I just copy paste. So you want your major keywords here. So your industry keywords, whatever is related to your relevant or related to your industry. You're gonna have branded hashtags that are just yours, and use them consistently. So when somebody clicks on it, all of your posts come up. And then there's popular ones. Okay, so the hashtag Visit Tucson is theirs that they use it for the travel industry. Sometimes it's Be Kind is another one that's a popular one. And I'll show you how to research hashtags in a little bit here. And then you want relevant trending hashtags. Now hashtags will trend, and you can't really tell that much on Instagram like you can on Twitter. You get on Twitter, you click on the little search icon, and you can see exactly what's trending at the moment. But things like observance days and awareness days and holidays will trend. Okay, so the other day it was National Book Reading Day or something, or National Book Month or Book Day or something. So so obviously I have a bookstore in my side gig, so I put that up there in a story with a link to the bookstore. So and that's something you want to plan out. Now on my website I do every month a list of the hashtags that are going to be trending. So I did all the hard work for you already. So I check. Sometimes it's our international, like International Day of the Child or something. I mean, there's a whole slew of international ones. Then there's national ones, and there's some. I have links to the calendars, and there's some for different countries too have trending hashtags. And you want to be able to plan these out, so and I'll talk about scheduling and that a little bit later. But that's something you could do to get extra exposure on those. Now, links do not work in posts, so don't add them. Okay, so they in regular posts, the only place they work is in stories. So use Linktree to tell people link in bio. Go see the link in the bio. Links in posts actually hinder your reach. Okay, And then you also want to tag relevant people. You can tag people on it. I do it a lot if I find a graphic that I like and I want to use it in the story. So I will tag the person too, so they'll see the story and then share it, and help, move it along, give it a little extra reach. And so, but look at the Tucson ones. Now this was, Tucson was using the content from this restaurant. Okay, so and you'll see this is here's that one again. So they tagged the photographer, which was the restaurant itself. So if you use pictures, this is just common courtesy of using pictures. And so this happened to be the restaurant. So you got the attention getting icons. Obviously it was Taco Tuesday, so we got tacos going there. And then it's branded hashtag foodie, that's a popular one. It's generic, hashtag Mexican food, that narrowed down the topic, for on the Mexican food. And so you want to the hashtag Tucson, hashtag visit Tucson, so those were the ones that they use on a regular basis. So that gives you an idea of how to use these hashtags. Okay, posting from desktop. Now I did say it's so you got about 5% of the stuff that you can do on the desktop. You are limited, but you can do it. Okay. You're limited to just posts. So you can upload either videos or pictures, not reels or stories. So if you're going to be working mostly on desktop, I like the tool Sendable. I used it at the beginning of this year for a client and I loved it. Okay, I loved it so much I became an affiliate of it. So the links to Sendable are in the PDF, and it's great to schedule posts out. Even with a third-party tool, you still can't do stories or reels on the desktop. And you also can't do the like the slideshow where you upload up to 10 pictures in a post. You can only do one picture at a time. For those, you have to be on a mobile device. Also, be careful to keep business and personal separate. Okay, you need to be, you can log into more than one account at a time, but watch what account you're posting as. You can do that. So one thing you can do to help the business account along is post something to the business account, then go like it or comment with your personal account. And that's actually one of the things that helped it. So as soon as it's posted, you want to like it, and to also put a comment on it, maybe tag somebody on it, add a little bit more, to the than what was in the caption. So just so that it's a second account that's liking and doing something with the post. So how do you grow your following? Okay, so if you're just starting out, your first goal needs to be 100 followers. So when you get 100 followers, you get insights. Okay, and that's really important. This is only available on a business account, so that's why you want to make sure you're set up as a business account. You can, so then you want to grow your following, tag people. And again, they will be notified, and it's a nice way to get someone's attention. Okay. Send your posts by direct message to followers. That's another way. If you want, if you got a new offer and that, some of your customers are online, you might want that specifically like that style, like there's a jewelry person on. So you want to make sure they see it so you can send it to them directly. I was doing that, a nonprofit that is here in Phoenix was looking for hairstylists because they work with the homeless and they offer showers and stuff in a mobile trailer, and they need hairdressers. So I have a friend who knows a lot of hairdressers, and I keep sending him their thing like, hey, can you help these people out? Get the word out that they need volunteer hairdressers in here. Follow other people and they'll get notified and are encouraged to follow you back. Use relevant, generic, and popular hashtags. Balance education posts with entertaining ones. Okay, so obviously you want to educate your target audience about your business and what the benefits would be and so forth, and how you can help them solve their pain points and problems, or make their lives better or more fun or whatever. But you don't want to, that's not the only thing you're going to post. You want to have some entertaining ones, like, something funny behind the scenes video of something, that's like, like, oh, wow, that's, that's great. Or if you have definitely if you have a pet, okay, pets go nuts on here. So if you've got the cat that, like, when I had cats, they used to love to hang out when in my old computer, when I had that big monitor, one of them just like to sleep right on top of it, so pets and babies do really well in videos and posts and that. So you can do, some entertaining ones in there too. So it's not all sell. All right. How do you discover hashtags? How do you find the hashtags that you should use, or the ones that have a lot of followers or a lot of posts? So LinkedIn will actually tell you how many followers a hashtag has, not so here on Instagram. So, but this will give you an idea. So if you use the search and you actually put a hashtag in there, and you're going to see, so the nonprofit I was working for was with dealing with kindness. So I got all the kindness when kindness matters, so forth. Hashtag be kind. So one of the things that's interesting, if you go to, so you want to search for hashtags, so topical keywords, some generic ones, some custom ones to make sure nobody else is using yours. If another competitor, has yours, you cannot trademark hashtags. Coca-Cola tried, can't do it. Okay, so see how many posts there are, discover variations, okay, and then tap on the hashtag and you'll see the follow button. Then tap on the location icon to get local businesses. Okay, so if you're a local business and you want people to come to your brick and mortar, you want to make sure that you have the hashtag. This is where the hashtag in your bio comes in. Okay. Now stories. So stories are short videos or static graphics which appear at the top of a user's feed, so they get more visibility. The only thing about stories, which makes them different from reels, is that they disappear in 24 hours. So it's your story for the day. So you can add your story as many times a day as you like. So you can create a mini video by adding animated stickers, you can, to start a story, you click on the plus sign and then select story. And then you want to choose a picture or video from your camera roll. So you've got to have it in your camera roll already. Or if you want to do a reel, you can actually record it at the same time if you want to do a video. So then you can add text, emojis, and special effects. That's the sticker icon that's in the top there that it's pointing to. So, and here it has a little search bar on the top. So you can search for different things like an arrow if you wanted to point to the link or whatever. But here's also where you, so here you can add a sticker. Sometimes if like 4th of July, they had a bunch of fireworks stickers going in the flags and that kind of thing. So they have those, when they're trending for a holiday usually, as we get towards Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, you're going to see all the different special trending ones up there. So you want to you can search, so you can search for an animated GIF that any motion catches people's eyes. So that's the thing. And then the important thing here is the link. So you want to search for animations, okay, then add a link. Okay, because this is the only place besides your profile and besides paying for advertising where you can add a link to your website. Okay, so like every time you write a blog article, save the picture to your mobile device so you can create a link to it on Instagram. This, again, this is the only place where they work at the moment. Okay, so you want to copy and paste the link in it, and then you can add a custom call to action in the text. So if you're registering for an event, you obviously want register now or grab your spot, something, that's it's a call to action. It's a command that what you want people to do. And then you can search for an arrow, that helps point to the link, and makes it animated. And again, you play with the stickers, or you can search for different ones. They give you great ideas, and just have fun with it. Okay, so Instagram Reels are short videos under 30 seconds uploaded directly into Instagram from a mobile device. Okay, so these get and these you'll see the reels, they choose like 5 of them as you're scrolling along that may interest you as a user. Okay, so how does this work? So they're uploaded directly into Instagram from a mobile device. Now they have some new features, are what they call enhanced remixes. So you can take and remix public photos and record your reaction to them as a reel. So they have new remix layouts and new templates. You can choose from green screen, a split screen, or picture in a picture, reaction view. This is brand spanking new. I just grabbed this not a week ago. Your recordings, add your recordings after the original clip. Now templates, and you can now create reels using templates, which preload audio and clip placeholders, so you can add your photos or video clips. So the whole idea is they're competing with TikTok. Okay, so so the idea is to add more features so people will stay on Instagram and not go to TikTok. So now they'll also, if you upload a video as a post, and if it's 15 seconds or less, it will automatically convert it to a reel. Okay. And now you can boost a reel also as a paid promotion. Okay. Now reels should be clear, concise, compelling, and customer centric. And to access the templates, you just tap on the camera icon on the Reels tab. Okay, I mentioned these icons, and the word I was looking for was guides, okay, or collections. So guides are collections of your posts, and you can create an icon or a graphic to classify them. So this is the Visit Tucson. And so they've got, different ones, the 2022 guide, so they got the pictures, and so biking, top stories and that kind of thing. So you're classifying different posts in a place that makes it easy for people to access that way. So Holistic Lactation, they did a great job with branding with their beige and black color scheme. So this is something you can do. And again, you can use the free tool Canva, C-A-N-V-A, V as in Victor, .com. It's a free graphics tool to create all these icons. And it just looks good. It just really looks well planned and well done. Fundraising, if you are a nonprofit, okay, this is important, or if you support or work with a nonprofit, you volunteer at a nonprofit, you're an advocate for a nonprofit. So anyone can create a fundraiser for a nonprofit. Okay, from your profile, you click the plus sign, and then you click on fundraiser. It's at the bottom, and you just follow the steps. And as you see, here's guide too, so you can create a guide in this one. So here's how you can add some more. You can go live in this menu too. So everything's here. So you can also story highlight, where you can organize past stories by category. So the stories don't really disappear in 24 hours. You can highlight stories here, past stories, okay? So it helps that you have to have everything planned out, to use a plan, some sort of planner to just plan ahead of what you're going to do. Another trick is, since links don't work on posts, it's a good idea to brand your pictures with your logo or your web address. People know they can go to your bio for the link. And again, use Canva and Linktree to use. Those are both the free tools. Okay, videos. Well, if you haven't caught on, videos are hot. So videos and any animations are more eye-catching than still photos. And have fun. Okay, first, not all videos need to be like, this is simply smashing. Okay, now I don't have the sound on this, but the sound and for these particular people was huge. I think my favorite one was a guy breaking a fish tank with a baseball bat. Okay, the breaking sound is, I think that's what really, reduces stress, just hearing the breaking sound. Use your phone or tablet to record impromptu casual videos with greetings and messages. Not all videos need to be professionally done. Record customer testimonials with your customer's phone, ask them to tag your location or business. So do some storytelling. There's some tips for videos, storytelling. Explain your benefits in the first 15 seconds, okay? Because you want to keep the person's attention in there. Eye-catching, especially in the first few seconds. Have fun. Nostalgia and comfort, that always goes. Customer testimonials, user-generated content, again, okay? So somebody just gets their jewelry package and they turn it on, they got it on the mirror and it's like, oh, selfie time. All right, they're trying on their jewelry. And that's the thing, you want to remind people to do it, okay? Upload them everywhere. Okay, so again, save, that's why you want to save the videos to your camera rolls however, you can also do live broadcasting. Okay, now, so live broadcasting is available basically everywhere. You just need to have a good, Wi-Fi or internet signal, and make sure your mobile devices have their battery charged. You can broadcast live from anywhere. Okay, paid advertising. Now, sure, it would be nice if all your content marketing, SEO, and social media free, organic, or unpaid efforts were enough, but you might want to spend a little money to get extra reach and exposure, especially if you're a new business. You want to target, one thing that's nice about the paid advertising is you target your niche, okay? So you can advertise on Instagram and Facebook at the same time. Plan out the graphics or video. Make sure you got the right message to the right audience. Now, the best place to do this is on Facebook using the new ad center. Okay, it's fairly easy to use, but it guides you through it. I wouldn't do that. They have automated ones, and it's like, well, just boost this post. Like, no, you want to make it a little bit more planned out when you do it, and you want to plan, pick the right audience and get really specific. And it's a lot of trial and error. Okay, so you try stuff, it'll work. If not, if it works, fantastic, keep doing what you're doing. If it didn't work, okay, why didn't it work? All right. And I'm going to be doing a webinar on reasons why your marketing is not working and how to fix it. That's going to be, it's not up yet, but it will be at the end of September. Influencer marketing. Okay, so here's where you find somebody with a lot of followers on a given network and hire them as a spokesperson. Sometimes you'll get lucky and an influencer may love your product or service so much that they'll talk about it for free. And I have an article on my blog with an excellent example of how influencer marketing works. But you want to go back to the popular hashtags that were relevant to your business. And when you see you see what you can click on, click on the hashtag and see who's posting to this hashtag. Because you can't see who's following a hashtag, but you can see who's posting on using a hashtag. And then take a look to see how many followers they have and what they post. And if you find somebody with a lot of followers and see that their posts coincide with your brand, but it's not a competitor, follow them. Okay, watch and see if they follow you back, or take one of their posts and share it to your story. So if they follow you back, then you can message them, do a direct message and talk to them about becoming an influencer. And I have a link for my website, an article on my website. You can learn more about that. Okay. So what are you going to post? Well, to grow your following, you obviously need to post content. So people won't follow you if you're not posting anything. So you can do static pictures, videos, stories, and reels. Then you have what's the carousels, which are up to 10 pictures. That's kind of a little slideshow in there. What I've seen a lot of people doing lately is they'll do a cover one and asking a question, and then each of the subsequent images are answers to the question. Okay, so and the idea is to make them progressive so the user will stay longer on the post. And I was talking to a gal yesterday who has a cleaning service. And I had coached another gal a few months ago, also with a cleaning service, and she did before and after shots because she didn't just do cleaning, she did organizing. So she took a picture of the kids, the messy kids' room in the beginning, and then afterwards, clean and tidy, and everything's nice. So that's showing your expertise, the service that works for you. And you can get the homeowner to, your client to take pictures on her phone. If she says, oh my God, you did such a great job, and I'm gonna take some pictures. And I go, well, yeah, obviously post it, have them post it onto their Instagram account and have them tag your business. And use a scheduler like Sendable. So I mentioned Sendable before, and I am an affiliate. And it gives you great analytics and insights. I think this is what impressed me the most. Besides, it was easy to use. They have a great onboarding, training and tutorial videos and show you how to do it, give you tips on how to succeed. Gives you the best time to post. And this is great because you literally have to go into each of the networks and look at your analytics and insights to get this information. So they'll give you the best time to post overall, if you're posting the same thing into all of them at once, all of the networks at once, what's the best time to post overall. And then you can go to the individual networks and see which ones, okay, I got somebody, I'm letting them in. Okay. Then one of the, I lost my train of thought. Okay. The best time to post. Okay, so then you can go to the individual accounts, like Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, and then see individually which ones, what's the best time to post in those. So then you might want to not send everything at the same time. If you see that on Instagram, at 5 in the morning is a good time, but not on Facebook, so you really don't want to waste it over on Facebook. You want to, the idea is the best time to post is to where you're going to post it to get the most visibility, the most reach. So where your people, where your followers are on the most, what time, that's the idea. Okay. They also show which posts got the most engagement. Okay, the engagement again is what helps you start ranking with the algorithm. So you see which post got the engagement. Was the post when you showed the office cat doing their thing, or your dog in the background as you're trying to do an update video of some sort. So if that was the one that got the most the most likes and follow and comments and everything, then the dog's going to be the star of your videos from now on. Okay, so the idea is you want to keep that going. And you can't do carousels via a third-party tool. That's what I mentioned that before. So you can only do one image at a time. So that's why you have to plan it out. And then again, I love the tablet just because it's bigger. Otherwise you can use your phone. You have to have all the images, in your camera roll on your phone, and then upload them directly into Instagram to do a carousel. And then you can promote new blog posts in stories with the links. I mentioned that before. When to post. So this is a report generated by Sendable for a client of mine. So like I mentioned, they had their best time at 5 a.m., at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So at first, before you can't get reports until after you've been posting for a month. Okay, so for the first month that you're doing your campaigns and you've got them all planned out, 3 times a day, morning, noon, and evening. That's the easiest way. If you want to do more in between, then go ahead. There's no real limit to how many posts you can do. So after 30 days, and you have 100 followers, so you can check your insights to see where your followers are on. Now, Sendable will give with Sendable, it doesn't matter how many people you've got, as long as you've got some followers in there, they'll go by those that you have. And obviously, as your following grows, this is going to change. So right now I've got somebody from Brazil and somebody from London here, so obviously I got to keep them in mind, when I post in different time zones, so that's one of the things you want to keep in mind in knowing where your people are located too. And each audience is different, so do your research. Okay. So what works? So let's get specific with what works with the Instagram algorithm. So the Instagram algorithm doesn't exist to help your content blow up just because it's good content. Rather, its goal is to show individuals what is most likely to captivate them in the moment based on their behavior throughout the day, and to keep them immersed as long as possible within the platform. Okay, in fact, that's the objective for all the social media networks. They want to keep the users on as long as possible. So give the algorithm what it wants and it will reward you. So good quality content, fun, entertaining, tug at the heartstrings for those nonprofits, educational, wow factor. Think about the reels that you stop and watch. Okay, so here's how to master the algorithm. Okay, so speed. So this is the quantity of actions immediately after publishing. So that's why I said to have a business account and then a separate personal account. So you publish on the business account, and then with your personal account, go and like it, and maybe share it as a story, comment on it, add a little bit more text in there than what's in the caption, and just as that action. So add a comment right after posting, like, by the way, something or other. Then shares. How many people feature your content on their feeds? Okay, so that's where tagging people comes in. That's where like the Visit Tucson people have it, so that restaurant that they tagged, they're going to take that and put it onto their story. And then, the whole idea is to just get more reach and get that algorithm to catch it. So ask people to share a story by adding a sticker. Okay, please share. I saw there's other stickers for read the caption with an arrow pointing down. So you can put a call to action in the caption. Let's read the caption sticker in the bottom of a reel. Then sends. Okay, so how many people send your post to friends? So if you send it to people, hopefully they'll send it to their friends. Save. So how many people saved your post to their boards or their collections? Then engagement. Those are comments, replies, and likes. Ask, what do you think? Or what would you do? Or yes or no. Reply to comments. Okay, start conversations. Okay, so these are all tips to get it going, because this is the social part of social media. You're building relationships with your potential customers. Get creative. So create eye-catching graphics or videos with your marketing message and calls to action. Okay, there are a lot of free tools that you can use. Again, Canva, I like Canva. You can create animations there. You can create reels and videos on there. But if you're finding not very creative, and not everyone is, it's a right brain, left brain thing, you can hire someone. So don't be afraid to admit that you can't do it yourself. Also, the AI, or the artificial intelligence, the algorithm, takes into consideration the following actions. Now, these you don't know in Insight. So this is inside the insider thing, right? So if someone zooms in to see an image better, okay, they take that into consideration. And someone takes a screenshot of it. When someone pauses on your post to see it, or watches or lets the video, loop several times, okay? How long someone stays on your post. Okay, you don't see these insights, okay, but this is something that they take into consideration. So that's where carousels come in. So this is why a good reason to use carousels, because if they're going to look at 10 pictures, they're going to stay on your post for a while. Okay. Extending comments to read the thread. Okay, so if you're talking about a hot topic or a great idea and people start talking about it, so if people want to see the comments and they keep opening it up, that also counts. Clicking anywhere from the post, within the stream. So if they click on a hashtag, they click on a tagged person, or they go to your bio or something. So that also counts. So they go to the bio, they go to a guide, wherever they click from the post to anywhere else. And then tapping to see who else likes your post, because you'll see it says liked by, and then and then you can tap on that and see everybody who's liked the post. And that's another way to get people who might be interested in your stuff to start following those people, and they see you. So you're probably thinking, oh my God, this is going to take so much time. Well, that's where you want to use some sort of scheduler. Okay, so don't post erratically on social media. So have a posting schedule. And your analytics and insights will tell you when the optimum time to post is. So, and use whatever works for you. Use a simple spreadsheet, your online calendar. I just like the old-fashioned print calendar, and I got to go get a 2023 one now. The reminder app on your phone. If you think of something, you're somewhere, I put it on my reminder app. I have blog ideas on my reminder app. Or again, a tool like Sendable. I keep touting Sendable because it's $29 a month, and it just saves so much time. It's one of the best tools. I like it better than Hootsuite. I like it better than Buffer. Monitor everything. You can also monitor your social media networks on Sendable too. So you want to respond to comments and queries. So that's what's really nice, because you just go to one desktop and you can see everything there, so you see if somebody, commented something, so you don't have to, go on to the app and check your comments and something, or who liked it or what was the comment. And then people message you on social media. They expect a response in a few hours, if not faster. Okay, so watch and respond quickly to bad comments. Okay, so there are, people that are not happy for whatever reason. So you want to make sure that you want to address that. And you can respond to comments using through Sendable also. Okay, insights. I keep mentioning insights. So if you're not using a tool like Sendable, you need to have 100 followers to get insights on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. So here you get some demographics. So you get your gender, your age, location, and then your insights will also tell you which were your most popular posts. And then you can also see, like, let's say you do a special promotional post, you want to see how well it did. You can actually open the post from your archives and tap on View Insights. So all of your posts, your stories, everything have this there. And you can boost the post, and that would be paid advertising. Okay, again, likes, comments, shares, saves, everything that that a user can do to the post, those will be in your insights. So don't be overwhelmed, all right? So you don't have to be on every single network in the beginning, okay? So again, if you're B2C, and usually Instagram is more B2C than B2B, you want to do Instagram and Facebook, and you also want to do Pinterest, especially if you have an e-commerce site. You want to pin everything over to Pinterest. It helps with SEO. Clearly define your target audience. And if you're B2B, if you're not B2B people in here, LinkedIn is the best place for B2B. Do your research, okay? Define your target audience. I will send you, if you haven't done it already, my free Define Your Target Market workbook. So it'll help you define your target audience. And then an article on how to do research, where to find research information. Then plan it out. Okay, set SMART goals. In fact, I just updated my next newsletter is going out with how to set SMART goals for your marketing. Develop your strategy. So your strategy is how are you going to meet those goals? What are you going to do to meet those goals? It's, you're going to blog this many times. You're going to do these many videos. What are you going to do? Then the tactical plan is how are you going, what is basically your to-do list. So how are you going to implement the strategy? Then monitor and measure. So have Google Analytics set up on your website before you start anything. If you don't, or if you already have a website and you don't have Google Analytics, you need to install it in there. It's free to set up. Go to analytics.google.com. And it'll give you a code. If you're on Shopify, if you're on all of most of the major platforms for e-commerce, has the ability to add that in there. Sometimes it just connects it directly to it, or you have to enter a code. And you want to check it at the end of each month. Where did your people come from? Determine what's working and not working, and adjust your plans accordingly. Okay. I have a book. It's an ebook. It's online. It's a step-by-step guide. It's easy to follow. It's available now. It's on Amazon Kindle, but all you need is the Kindle app on your tablet or on the computer, and you can actually go step by step. I am in the process of converting it into a paperback workbook. Not easy. So I'm not sure. I was hoping to have it done already by the day, but it's not happening yet. So hopefully soon I'll have it, but this one is available. It's available on my website. Here are some don'ts. Don't try to please everybody, okay? Don't take shortcuts. Never buy followers or likes. They are fake accounts. You do not, that's a waste of money. You do not want to do that. Don't jump in without a plan. Don't rely solely on generic data. Don't rely just on one network, okay? And don't make claims or promises that you can't keep. Don't ignore your people, be social. This is a marathon, not a sprint. So social, this is just the way it is. You're in it for the long haul. You started a business, you're starting a business, but be aware that the road is constantly changing. So if you're going to spend the time to do it right, do it right. Okay, now in the PDF that you'll be getting, there's a list of resources from some of the folks I follow, some of the tools, and you can search for more Instagram articles on their websites. The more you learn, the better off you'll be. And I want to let you know, I have a new service that I'm offering. Did you know that WordPress is the most popular content management system with over 64% of the CMS, a content management system market? It's very user-friendly, and I can teach you not only how to manage your WordPress website as well as blog effectively on the platform, but I can also guide you to build your own WordPress website in a few days. So this new service is specifically for small business owner who find the cost of hiring a professional designer or developer a little bit out of reach. And this will benefit you if you're on Wix, Weebly, GoDaddy, Site Builder, or any of the site builders that are not getting traffic to your website. There's a problem with those site builders, that just because of the way they're constructed, they hinder search engine optimization. And that's what you want. I mean, that's why your website is up there, is so that the search engine will lead potential customers to it. So more, and a lot of times businesses just outgrow because you're limited to what you can do on these site builder websites. So with WordPress, you have a lot of different ways to customize it to, and just make it your own. And you can add plugins that help with SEO, with the analytics, and with a lot of things. And they're free plugins and they're free themes. So, and also, and this is something that I just heard with the Google Core Web Vitals updates, which that's how they judge how fast a site loads on a mobile device and other things. And I'm doing my SEO class in 2 weeks. So that's going to be on the 25th. And those links will be on the email I send you with all the videos. So I'll get into more details on the Core Web Vital updates. But if your website was built before July of 2019, or if you have an old WordPress site that hasn't been updated since 2019, you're gonna have a problem. Okay, because they're updating and updating again, and the older websites are just going to be, forget it. They're going to be left behind in the dust, and you're not going to get the SEO, and that is crucial. So if you want more information, there's a link in the PDF. Don't be overwhelmed. I offer a free 15-minute phone consultation. So if you take everything step by step, I can help you. I can look at your current marketing efforts, your website, social media, even if you're just starting out and don't have anything up yet. Click on the link in the PDF. You can go to my website and just click on the 15-minute phone consult there. All right, it is time for questions. So I'm going to stop sharing and just open this up. So just to keep everybody, thank you, Dawn. Yeah. Okay. Bahrain. Oh my gosh. Samya. Oh, welcome. So we've got London, Bahrain, and Brazil. Wow. International. That is so cool. So, okay. Any questions? If you have, okay. So if you have a question, you can raise your hand by going to reactions, or you can type it in the chat, whichever you want. So please, I'll be happy to ask any questions. I can also look at some Instagram accounts that you might want to see. So it's open for questions. No questions?
Giselle, what would you say should be, you gave such great information and so
Thanks,
much great information. Where would you say, what would be the first thing you should do? Like step one, I've got all this great material, but now I'm overwhelmed. So where do I start?
Well, if you need to, who's your target market? And you can have more than one target market. And then research. So depending on age bracket and their particular interests in that, that's going to determine which networks you're going to focus on. So what was your business again? I don't, remind me. What is it you do?
Oh, I've switched. I went back to a corporate job.
Oh, okay. So basically that's it, so then, just, do the research. It's basically, it's a lot of research. And then once you've determined who the target audience is and which network is going to use, then you're going to plan out your images, the videos, decide what type of content you're going to be, you're capable of creating, where there's going to be, what's going to be easier for you. It could be easier to do videos. Podcasting is another option. Graphics and animations, what type of content you're going to be creating. Then plan it out. You want to compose the right message, and so there's a little bit of copywriting involved in here. So you make sure you're sending the right message to the right audience. And then basically that's it. So you gotta set your goals, what you want to accomplish, and just plan it out. You need to plan it out. You can't just post, haphazardly and wherever you want to and that kind of thing. You're just not going to get the results that you want. So anything, anybody else?
Hi, my name is Stacy Gray, and I have a question
Hi,
for
Stacy.
you. In addition to doing branding work for my own clients, I'm not a social media specialist, but I also volunteer for a local community organization, and I have been trying to do a little bit of their social. I don't do all of it, but one thing, sometimes just trying to figure out how to do things in the correct way on Instagram. One thing that I think is smart is that, we follow a lot of other community organizations, and we try to support their events and help promote the things they're doing, because we want reciprocal promotion for what we're doing. And also, hopefully, if their followers see our posts that we tag them, then they may follow us as well. And that does seem to be working. But I'm always a little unsure of the best way to share somebody else's post on our feed.
Always, something that I do, if it's something that I agree with, and I might have an article that's similar to dig deeper, I'll do a screenshot if it's a screenshot of the graphic, or I'll just share it to the story. I'll share it to my story and then put the link. But in the story, I'll tag the original, where who posted the graphic originally. The other day, somebody posted somebody else's graphic, so there were two people that I tagged. So what I'm doing is not hurting anybody. I'm not saying that oh, this is wrong. I'm usually adding on get more information about this topic, kind of thing. So that could be a way, like if two or like going to participate in an event, and you have more than one audience that's there, and they take a picture and you were there, and so it says, oh, we were there too, we loved it, blah blah blah, and that kind of thing, and so that's the kind of thing. So you're kind of you're giving credit, you want to give credit to somebody else's picture, like I showed the Visit Tucson one, that they gave credit to the restaurant who took the picture. So that's the thing you want to do. You can do it in the caption also, if you're not doing a story.
Thank you. That makes sense.
Okay. Any other questions? For medical practice, what is the best content? Basically, you want to, in fact, I'm working with a client right now who's natural medicine and detox. So it's basically getting customer testimonials of people that you've helped, and because people will search for symptoms and how to relieve them. And so the idea is, for instance, I'm getting, the detox is helping me, overcome my arthritis pain. So, I just put, hashtags helping with arthritis pain, in there, and you want to get your patients to, again, depending on what kind of medical practice you are, obviously. But the idea is you're gonna relieve a literal pain point that somebody has, or a problem that you have. Also tips on how to stay healthy, because that's the idea. The whole idea of is to stay healthy. So tips to do that. That's another. That's a good. That's always a good thing to do. Like, this is your Tuesday tip of the day, maybe, and just give, if, like, oh, if you're trying to quit smoking, this is a good tip for you, or, or don't do this, or do this, or don't do this, things like that, that always works, because, everybody's got, medical issues and a problem, and everyone's looking for, for answers and relief, so, and you want to do that hashtag pain relief. Hashtag arthritis pain relief, or whatever it is that you're doing. Okay. Oh, There's someone in the waiting room. Oh, this we're over. All right. Any other questions? Anybody else? Hey, Jim, you're a little late. We're just in the question and answer period. I'll go send you the video. Where'd he go? Oh, I lost him. Oh, there he is. It's been a while. Yeah, so yeah, everybody's gonna get the video and the PDF and the chat. Let's see, any other questions? Let me see if there was any more in the chat. Okay, nope, got it. Well, thank you, everybody, for coming. Next week, next Thursday at 11, I'm going to be doing e-commerce. So to start planning for the holidays. There's a lot of things to think about. The supply chain issues are still there. So there's a lot of tips and a lot of news on that, and a lot of new things that you can do to get your products out there. So that's next Thursday. And then the following one, I've got my SEO one. So that's search engine optimization I'm going to cover. Then after that, it's LinkedIn personal, LinkedIn business content. And then what if your marketing's not working? You know, so that will be, that's through September. I've actually got them already planned out through the end of the year, and just visit my website for those links, and you'll also see them in the email. I'll also be adding you to my email list if you're not already on there, and you can unsubscribe at any time. But thank you all for coming, especially the folks from other parts of the world. I think that is so cool. So thanks again. Have a great rest of the day. Enjoy the weekend. And again, if you have any questions, just reply, respond to the email you'll be getting probably in a couple of hours. I got to wait till the video gets converted to send it out. But again, thank you for coming, and welcome to the fold for the new people. We'll see you next time.